Yo, what is good, y'all? It's your boy Ty, back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking the best players in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM. Now, this isn't a positional tier list. This is every position, just the top players in the game. And DBG and I share a lot of the same opinions, differ on a lot of opinions as well. But that's what makes this so much fun to do. If you are new to my channel and haven't out yet, please smash the subscribe button as we're on the road to 35,000 subscribers. Also, the link to DBG's channel will be down in the description, so make sure to go subscribe to his channel as well, which I don't know why you guys wouldn't have already done that. But anyways, let's get on to the video.
So anyway, now we're finally going to get onto the players.
Let's see, who's
start
first?
Off with Elgin Baylor.
Evo Elgin Baylor's got to be A,
I mean,
least.
in terms of overall cards, I don't like Opal Baylor because I hate his release. But
He's good.
Fast.
He's got to
really
be
fast.
A.
I'm going to put him B.
I love Elgin.
He's
and
more
honestly, he might play in my 250K squad this weekend.
usable.
He might.
He's more usable in a competitive setting. He's very fast. He dunks
He's
the ball
good.
well.
He sold me last
Like,
night, but he's
if you can
good.
get used to his release, he shoots the ball pretty well. Again, next gen, pretty much everybody has better release, so he's pretty good.
I don't like him as
well.
much next gen
So
as I
I'm
do
going to
current
put
gen,
him
to be
into
honest
B
with you.
tier.
Like
I
when
don't
you
think he's
compare him
spectacular.
to Paul George.
I really don't think he's
I
spectacular.
think he's
He
spectacular.
is definitely a flawed card, so that's why he is in this tier.
I disagree.
But he's pretty good.
I love Elgin.
I know.
No.
I move him down one. Or
No.
Actually,
Maybe
definitely
up.
Up one. He might end up being moved down, but I'll keep him in B for now. George Mikan. I mean, Mikan's same tier.
No, he's
Mikan,
not.
Again, these two
He
guys
is
are
not
both
the
from
same
domination,
tier.
both day one cards, and both really.
Mikan
really
doesn't compare to how good Elgin
early in
is.
the game. Mikan was by far the best center, and
Mikan
Baylor
was
probably
the
the
best
card in the
center,
game.
but the thing
More
is,
pissed when
Baylor
he got
is
Galaxy
still
Opal.
way more
He
usable.
was really, really good, but at this stage, I think Mikan is just that little bit outclassed by a lot of other players. So
Elgin's better than Mikan. I'm fine with Mikan being
there's
B
so
tier, but
many,
Elgin
like,
should be A tier in
demigod
my
centers
opinion.
right now. Like last year, I'm trying to think the first like absolute demigod center we had.
David Robinson.
I'm not even gonna call Shaq that. Like we already have, like in May, we had Eddie Curry.
Well,
who we
Opal
all
D-Rob
thought was the best center
was
in the game.
good in November.
We had Eddie Curry in May. I'm telling you right now, we already have a center that is better than Eddie Curry this year. We already have one that is better than Eddie Curry was last May.
I don't disagree. Blake is super good.
Yeah, so Al Horford, he's the guy that should be in the worthless tier. He is not meant to be on this list. He is awful.
Al Horford's on this list?
Kaz Johnson.
He's bad.
I mean, as far like looking at these players here, it's hard not to put him in E tier.
I don't disagree. I don't like him at all.
Apparently, as far as I'm aware, there's like one like really competitive guy that dominates with him, but I've used him enough times.
Yeah, Newman, man. I played Newman the other night. He was going crazy with Marcus Johnson.
95% of people will suck.
Wow. But yeah, he's not very good.
His stats are
he's
really
a lot better than Al
fantastic.
Horford, though. He could be D tier, I guess.
He's okay going to the basket. He's fast. Not a great defender. Not a great shooter.
He could be D tier, I guess.
We got JoJo.
JoJo's good. Pete Diamond JoJo is good. When you badge him out, he's B tier.
I'm going to put JoJo in B.
That's
I
right.
think there are a good few better point guards.
Yep. JoJo and B
there are
is
a good
fine,
few
though.
better, like two guys that can play down at the one to JoJo.
I'm absolutely fine
but
with
he
that.
is too good to be below B tier.
I agree. JoJo's good.
Especially if you put clamps on him. Steph Curry, again, S tier.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Even if you do not agree that Steph Curry is the best or like an absolute top tier player in this game,
he's a top tier
there are
player.
some people that don't necessarily agree with that assessment.
I'm not as good with Steph as some
Steph
people,
Curry
but he is still
is
so elite.
Like the best point guard in the game because of playstyle. Like if you're not a 3-hunter, he's not gonna be the greatest for your playstyle. But I think there's no doubt about it that Steph Curry.
Yeah, there's legitimately no doubt about it
he's
at all.
better on current gen. Curry slide is incredible. The fact that you can take Laniers on next gen, he's got that Curry fadeaway.
I haven't even played that much next gen, to be honest with you. So all my opinions are going to be current gen. No chance, bro. Samson is
really
terrible.
easy to use, which is why he's not going lower than C.
He is terrible.
Again, if you suck at the game, you can tap square and score with him against
He
casuals.
is terrible.
That's the only reason he's above.
I mean, I guess I get I get the opinion, but he is terrible.
Use him at all. Bill Russell.
He's
I
good.
mean,
he's
if
B
you
tier.
if you know what
he's
you're
B
doing
tier.
in a competitive, if we were talking about who would we run if we were playing, if you were playing in a game for money, a wager against, I don't know, against a competitive level player, Bill Russell would probably be one of the top centers to use.
He is a top center. That's it.
99% of you guys are not going to ever play in a tournament and are just looking at this channel to get better at my team.
I see where he's
Trust me,
coming
Bill
from.
Russell.
No way. He put him in D tier. Mike in it, or Bill Russell is better than George Mikan.
He's not good. Like, he would be one of these tiers for a competitive setting, but man, the vast majority of you guys will have a lot more success with Samson and Bill Russell.
I don't know, man. Bill Russell
got
is
Blake
fast.
Griffin.
I disagree with that.
S.
Blake is S
Blake
tier.
is that center. Blake is ridiculous.
No doubt about it. He's
Do
S
I
tier.
regret not going for Blake on my own account? Because obviously 250k coming up next week, and well, I'm just out of practice. I'm not going to qualify anyway. But do I regret not going for Blake? No.
Yeah, I mean,
I
it's
do
not worth the grind, but he is good.
Still argue the best card in the game? Yes. He is
good.
ridiculous. His release is super fast.
I gotta get better with his release. Like, his release is
Next gen
super fast.
release,
It's like
I'm
way
not
too
entirely
fast.
sure
I don't
what
know.
I've not used them or
I don't
seen
know.
them
I
next
gotta
gen.
get used to his
Throw one
release,
behind the
but
back is
everybody else
ridiculous.
agrees with him, so
He can get
I gotta get
basically
used
every
to it.
single badge. His dunking is crazy. He's super fast.
Blake is so
He plays a
good.
point center.
He does cost about 200k
He
to
is
badge out, though.
scarily good. Like, he's almost impossible to guard. It's very, very tough to guard. He's basically like, imagine Draymond, but better at everything. That's what
He
Blake
is
Griffin
better at everything.
He's Draymond, better at everything. Bob Lanier.
Ew.
I mean, as far as the top guys in the game go, he's E tier.
I'd still use Bob
Cousy,
Lanier.
D.
I'd still use Lanier
No,
over
Bob Cousy
Samson.
getting to E.
He's got Kuzi and Worthless.
My reason for Bob... No, I'll put him D tier.
Thank
My reason
you.
for Bob Cousy so low is that,
Like,
like, yes, some people
he's
have
not
badge blitz Bob
good.
Cousy with range extender, but he can't really... He's got Chris Paul.
Kuzi's not really
okay.
like that.
It's not great. It's okay. He's got great stats, but without the badge glitch, he doesn't get any great badges.
He's okay. Kuzi's okay.
He's just not a card you should ever really buy. Larry Bird, depending on playstyle, for
I don't
me,
like him.
I'd have him in B tier.
What? No,
But
no,
if
no,
your
no, no,
playstyle
no,
revolves
no,
around running or
no.
pressing or
He's C or
anything
D.
like that, he'd be in D tier or maybe even E tier. So I'm gonna put him in C tier.
I'm fine with C tier.
Larry's one of the best.
His
cards to
release
play
is
in
so
the
nice.
game.
So I'm
He's one of
fine.
the
I'm
best
fine
cards
with
to
that
play
C
in the game.
tier.
He's a card that I really, really like. But he is very slow. His speed's in the 60s. So if you need speed, then just forget about Larry Bird. Trust me. If you need speed, there's
He's
no
so slow. I think he
No
got
point getting.
60 some
Then we
speed.
got
It's
Kobe
slow.
Bryant. Kobe is a lot better than people think. He is expensive. But if you can get a gold range or half range Kobe on the auction house, he's got decent speed. His release is great. Next year,
I've
he
not
might have
used
the best
Kobe
release in
like
the game
that.
that
Like,
I've
I haven't used him
in
this
terms
year.
of, like,
I used him for a
normal
gameplay,
players.
and he's okay.
Obviously,
but
park releases are different.
I just don't know.
Some of them are crazy good, but Kobe's is scarily.
I don't know enough about the card. I don't
Next
use
gen.
him enough.
But
I'm
Kobe,
fine with
good
C,
dunker,
I guess.
Relatively
But
fast, decent defender, can shoot. He's definitely C tier.
I'm fine with that. I'm
You
not
got
gonna
Manu.
argue that. Manu's not that bad.
I mean, I don't like Manu.
He's not that bad
I'm gonna
though.
put him in D. I hate his release with a passion. He's fast and he goes
D
to
or C
basket
for
quite
me. I
well.
mean, he's not
great
bad.
dunker.
He's not that
I
bad.
just don't like Manu Ginobili.
I don't like him either, but he's not that bad.
Is off rip. No badges added to anyone. Manu's better than Kobe.
Man, that's the problem I have is Manu's got to at least.
Kobe is that tier a little bit above.
I think
Paul
Manu
George,
and Kobe's got to be the same level. Paul George is at least B tier.
With the amount of good wings we have out in the game,
He might be
I'm
A
gonna put
tier. I would
I
put him
prefer
A
to
tier.
Baylor.
I'd put
I'm
him and
looking at the
Baylor
amount of
both
good
in A
wings
tier.
here.
I'd put them both in A tier.
I might move him down, but he's gonna be A tier for now.
I'd put him
Paul
right
George
with
is
Elgin
going to be
Baylor.
A tier for now.
It
He's
depends
definitely
on the
a
day which
decent
one I like
card.
more.
No range extender is kind of his only problem, and next gen he can't do the behind the back because he's got the worst.
Next gen,
behind the back
it's
in the game
different a
for
little
5.
bit. You know, it is.
I'll keep him A.
Just keep him A. I like
Steve
him.
Nash.
Ew.
I mean,
Ew.
D.
Ew.
He's
Steve
fine.
Nash.
He's,
He's terrible.
Not better than Kuzi.
Steve Nash is
You got
terrible.
Draymond.
Ooh.
I love Draymond Green. Like this.
I
is
wouldn't
still-
even be mad if
he's
he's ass.
Nowhere near Blake Griffin. I'm gonna put him S tier because I don't think there are that many cards better.
I'm
than
not
him
gonna
for
disagree.
the way I play the game. He is
no
nowhere close to
disagreement
Blake
here.
Griffin though.
Blake's
Plays
a
similar
dog.
way. Nowhere near Blake, but he's still good.
Plus, I gotta get
He's-
better with Blake's release though. But
In my
other than
opinion,
that,
possible
Blake
Paul
does
George.
it all, man.
KD, C. I mean, he's fine.
KD compared to Larry Bird, I just disagree, man. I hate the C tier that DBG has right now. Like Ralph, Larry Bird, and Kobe, I just don't know. KD is
Good
way
job, I
better than
guess.
all of them.
Don't like the card, but he's fine.
He's a lot better than everybody at C tier.
Boris D out, B. Boris D out, he's a little bit slow. That's kind of his
Give
only
me
problem.
Kevin Durant over
He's got
Boris
the
Diaw.
periphery behind the
That's
back,
my
so he can
opinion, though.
actually,
That's
even
my
though he
opinion.
doesn't have Latrell, A tier. Latrell's really good.
Latrell-
Latrell's better than Paul George. Just straight. Like, he's better than Paul George.
Whoa, relax, okay? Just relax for a second, DBG. Compare a badged out Paul George to a badged out Latrell Sprewell. I disagree. I 100% disagree with that statement.
He's like a downgraded Dr. J. He's a slower Dr. J.
I'm fine with that.
He's very similar to Dr. J.
But Paul George is better than Latrell, in my opinion.
So
I'd move Elgin up too.
Obviously, he's going to be nowhere near as good. But for me, he doesn't actually feel the way I played on current.
Give me Paul George over Latrell.
I've not used him on next chance to make.
And Elgin over Latrell, to be honest with you guys.
Then we get Darren Williams. I mean, he's a B tier on next gen player. Is he? No, he's probably an A tier on next gen.
It's just he's not S tier on current gen. He's not. He's A tier on. I'd put him A tier.
I don't know where to put him the top of
on both.
A tier or the bottom of S tier.
I will say I haven't used Darren on next gen.
Yeah, that might change.
But on current gen, he is A tier.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. He's A tier because he can't really shoot the ball.
And I don't disagree with this, but Giannis can in some games affect the game so much more.
There are a few people around that can shoot with him. He's the best.
It depends on the day
game.
whether I'm consistent with him or not.
Well, he's the best lane playing card in the game. If you guys are somebody that is an elite defensive player and can get away with greening consistently with Giannis in the corner,
sometimes,
then you're probably not watching this video for tips anyway. Then you're probably a lot better player than I am.
I mean, but even comp players want to know where a guy like Giannis compares to a Paul George or a Draymond.
Giannis,
so it depends.
For the vast majority of people, he's an offensive liability. The best defensive player in the game. Ease of use is quite high, which is why he's A tier. He's in that D-Will category where I might end up moving him up as well as D-Will just to see.
You just can't shoot that much with Giannis.
Now,
you can't have him on the court to be a shooter.
I mean, Dominique versus Latrell, they both do different things well.
Dominique's A tier.
Way better stats-wise and speed-wise, but his release is a lot worse than Latrell's, so...
I like Dominique more than Latrell. The problem is I don't even know if I like Dominique more than Paul George. I just don't know.
Dominique you prefer. Me personally, it would be Latrell, but I know most people prefer Dominique. Even though for some reason, I don't actually mind Dominique's release. I don't
either.
mind it at all.
I don't either.
Most people hate Dominique's release.
I do not hate it at all.
It's perfectly fine.
I don't hate it at all.
So, yeah, he's going A tier. Then we have got Micah Cooper, B tier. Cooper's
no doubt about it. Cooper is B tier, no doubt about it.
He's just not good enough on offense to put into that top 2 tiers.
He's not. If he could get range extender
really
though,
but he's just not good enough for that.
If he could get range
really
extender, he would be different.
Don't get me wrong.
He would literally be chicken man if he could get range extender. He's chicken man anyway.
Good shooter.
Good defender. He can do it all.
Especially, he's also a ridiculously good defender.
He can honestly do it all.
Dunker. So he's going into B tier. Then we got D-Fish.
C, he's not good though.
Curry slide, really nice jumper, and
you could put him in C, but I don't like him.
Extender.
That's C's perfect for him.
But he's going C tier.
C's perfect for D-Fish.
Chauncey Billups.
Be careful.
C, D, C, D.
C. I'm fine with him.
Chauncey Billups is better than Bob Cousy.
Yeah,
Billups is better than Cousy and Nash. I would take Fisher over Billups.
That's fine.
Billups
I'm not gonna argue that.
I
like
Billups.
Billups.
Defense. His release is awful.
Put some respect on Billups' name. He's not that bad.
One of the worst releases on a guard, if not the worst on a guard. In this
it's bad.
Game.
It's very, very bad.
He still plays defense and his stats are good. If you're wide open with him, he will hit. So he's going there. We've got Moses Malone.
He's a worse Bill Russell.
But he's
a worse Bill Russell. I mean, Moses can't really. He can shoot middies, but he can't shoot threes. I mean,
he's a little bit better rebounding wise than Bill.
Bill's better than Moses.
Her interior defense is very similar, and
Bill's better than Moses.
Court is very similar, so offensively he'll be better. I wouldn't use either of them, but they're going here.
Give me Bill.
The thing is though, like you can definitely argue. No one would ever use Moses Malone in a competitive setting. You could definitely argue.
You use Bill Russell, yeah, you do. He's good.
He's awful, so I'm gonna put him here.
He's
LeBron
awful.
James. I mean, if we're talking next gen, this diamond LeBron James is here. But most of you
honestly, if we're talking next gen, that diamond LeBron might be S tier. I'm not gonna put it any. He might be S tier if we're talking next gen.
Current gen, so diamond LeBron James is here.
Current gen, I'm fine with B.
Massive problem, but he's got ridiculously.
I'm fine with it.
Doesn't I don't think a quick first step.
I like that diamond LeBron though. I do.
Great because again he steps inside the 3-point line almost.
And he steps in, and his release is bad.
He's still pretty good, so I'm gonna put him B tier.
He is good. I like diamond LeBron.
Elgin Baylor in terms of standard wise. You got Clay. I mean, Clay is Clay. He's fine.
He's
That's
B
the only
tier.
way to describe Clay.
He's
Like,
better than
just
Cooper, but he's B
He's
tier.
just
I mean,
solid. He'll play great defense. He'll hit a wide open shot.
yeah, that's
such
about.
a
He's just
non-interesting
solid, man.
card.
I just
Like,
if you don't
such a
move
boring
Elgin
card.
up, it's hard not.
Then
It's
we
hard to
got
move Clay
Pierce. If we're talking next gen, Pierce is A tier. But I'm gonna put Pierce down in B tier.
Pierce in
Again,
B tier is exactly
PS4,
right.
he can't shoot from the corners.
I agree.
Which is a
I
problem.
agree. Current gen he can't.
Like, even if you don't want to say it's a problem, it is most definitely a problem when a player cannot.
Oh, it's
shoot
a
from
big
the
problem.
corners in
It's a
this
big
game.
problem.
So
I do like Pierce's
yeah,
release
that's why
though.
he's in there, but he's overall he's a good card. He's the Pro A tween. Next gen, he's a beast, man. He is a beast on next gen.
I ain't gonna lie. Next gen,
but I've
he is
seen people
nice.
use him, and
Shoot
he
from
is
the
a beast.
corners, everything.
So for
He's
that
nice.
reason, he is going to be in here in B tier.
I definitely agree.
Not for that. If it was next gen, he'd be A tier, but
Agree.
Current gen, he's in B.
Yeah, agree.
Then we got Ewing. I mean, Ewing's one of the better centers in the game, but I can't put him above B tier. That's kind of where he belongs.
I agree. I
I'm
think
not
he's
gonna
better
argue
than
any
George
higher than
Mikan,
that.
but you can't argue he's better
good.
than George Mikan.
Like, he's good. Don't get me wrong. He just can't really shoot the ball too well. Shoots alright from mid though.
He can't.
Yeah,
His
Bob
release
Love.
is just bad.
I mean, when we're talking about the best of the best, he doesn't play enough offense, but he's so good on defense. I'm gonna put him in C tier.
C's fine. I don't like
Severely
him.
underrated
Where
card.
is he gonna put Tyreek
Severely,
Evans?
severely underrated.
Where is he gonna put
That's all I'm
Tyreek
gonna say.
Evans?
And we get Tyreek Evans. Tyreek is. I'm putting Tyreek in B tier. I'm cash with his release. If you can get
The thing is, I'm looking at C tier, and I'm not taking anybody as C tier over Tyreek Evans. I don't think I'm not. So I can't really
if you
hate.
can shoot with Tyreek Evans,
I can't
in B
hate
tier,
putting
no
him
question about
in
it.
B tier. I can't
Hall
hate
of Fame
that.
quick
I don't
first
love
step.
his release,
70
but still.
driving dunk. If you guys don't know, 70 might as well be 99. He dunks on everybody. He can blow by people. 94 speed. He's good on defense.
I don't disagree.
regardless Of the fact he's on
I
the
don't
wrong
like
spot.
his release, but I still
And
don't
his
disagree
jumper,
compared to
I
people
love
in
it.
B tier.
I'm saying
or
this right now. I
C-tier.
love Tyreek Evans' jumper.
I do not.
I am
but
straight money with him.
I hate
like,
his release. His
Tyreek
release is
Evans.
bad. Like, it's literally Page's release.
He's not
It's
only
bad.
just chicken. He's like prime KFC. Back
Come
when that
on,
was great
DBG.
level chicken.
Come on,
That's how
DBG.
good Tyreek Evans is for
You
me.
can't compare Tyreek Evans to KFC, man.
KFC, it's finger licking good.
David Thompson, I mean, if Tyreek's B tier, I can't put David Thompson lower than B. Like,
Especially when you badge him out.
Thompson, he's basically
David
the same
Thompson
thing
badged
as
out
Tyreek
is
badged,
so
he's
nice.
just better.
He's
He's a better shooter.
ridiculous.
And we got Pistol Pete. Pistol Pete, I don't know if I'm going
He's
for
at least
C or
C
D.
tier. He's C
I
tier.
mean, offensively, he's like an A tier.
Just 'cause of how-
Defensively, he's like E tier.
He's bad on C tier.
I'll put him
That's what he
in
is.
C for now.
Yep, C is right.
For now, yeah.
Because Pistol Pete and most of the community is gonna like him over Derek Fisher. I mean, and
I think
even
that's where
Chauncey
He's a
Billups.
pretty good card.
He
Don't get me
belongs
wrong,
in C
Pistol Pete's a
tier.
pretty good card. Curry's slide, great release. Goal range standard.
You just gotta hide him on
Really
defense. Hide him,
We
hide him.
got Larry Johnson.
Badge out Larry's B
I
tier.
mean, he's fine. He's basically like, if Draymond Green couldn't play center and be like the small ball 5 dominating type player, Larry Johnson would basically just be Draymond. So
Draymond's still better than
that's what it'd
Larry.
be.
Draymond is still
Good
better
shooter.
than Larry.
Decent handle.
But he's
And we
he's
got
alright.
Andrea Bargnani. As much as I love Andrea Bargnani, I think he might be one of the best for my playstyle. He might be the best primary center in the game.
As a
But
budget baller,
see.
Barg is good. Like Barg is good, but you can't compare
If you
him
want
to
to
George
argue
Mikan.
Bill Russell over Bargnani, I'm
It's not even
going to.
close. Bill Russell is way better than Bargnani. It's not even
Actually, screw
close.
it. Bill Russell getting to C.
Thank you. Put
I
some
know
respect on my
50%
boy's
of you guys
name.
prefer Bargnani, 50% prefer Bill
Yep.
Russell, so I'm going to
Put
him
some
in C.
respect on Bill's name.
Well, Bargnani, best catch and shoot big in the game I've used. He's straight money. He's money. Well, actually, no. Best catch and shoot big, not named Blake Griffin. Blake Griffin's just the best big man ever.
Yeah, Blake is he's
scarily good.
so different.
He is scarily good. So, by looks of things, we are around halfway through our tier list. We have a lot of players. We are ranking all of the best players. Don't worry about that. Then we have got James Worthy.
He's bad.
I mean, he's
I'm
not
fine
it.
with C tier,
He
but
should
he's
be.
bad.
Like, if we're just looking at his
Like
stats, and his
stats, badges, he's nice, but he's
mean,
not
you
it.
wouldn't argue
James is not it.
against James Worthy being in the top two, these top B or A.
If you play
But
with James
he's just
Worthy,
something
you
about
know
him.
what I mean. Like
He can be
he's
cone,
just
But like, why would you?
he's
pay
not
him
it.
100 and something K, maybe more than that, even badged up for a count.
he's not worth it. at
Darius
all.
Miles. I mean, he's fast-ish.
I
He's
tried
got
using that Darius Miles in a comp type setting. Let me tell you, he's not it at all. He's not.
decent-ish badges. He can shoot.
Stat wise, badge wise, he looks good.
Darius
but
Miles, in my opinion,
he's-
is worse. This Darius Miles is worse than Ruby Darius Miles from NBA 2K19.
that Darius
That's
Miles
kinda
really is
saying
good.
something. John Wall is going into
He's
A-tier
A-tier,
for
no
the
doubt
only
about it. He
reason
is
of him
A-tier.
not having range. Like, that is...
He can't
that's
be S
how
tier.
much of a nitpick it is, like stopping people.
It's
on
not
Esther,
though.
John
It's
Wall's
not.
insane.
It's not. You
John
have
Wall is
to.
absolutely insane.
It's tough to
He's
run
the best rim
John
running
Wall.
point guard
I don't
in the
like
game,
him
in
as
my
much as
opinion.
a
Well,
Stockton.
arguably the best. I think he's the best. There's another dude coming to play.
Pure rim running, he is the
quite
best.
close. Des Mason getting to E tier. He sucks.
Desmond Mason's terrible.
Des Mason absolutely sucks, lads. I'm just gonna say that right now. He absolutely
bad.
sucks. Then we got Josh Smith.
A or S?
I mean, Josh Smith's defense alone.
A,
the fact
that's
he can
fine.
Shoot the ball competently.
He's close to S tier
He's
in my
gonna go to
opinion.
A tier. Good dunker, competent
He's close
shooter,
to S
great,
tier
great
in my
defender.
opinion. He is so elite.
Josh Smith is going to A tier. Is he worth locking in?
No.
I'm gonna say no because
He's not.
Again,
Not even
it's gonna
close.
cost you like 1.5 million MT. Pretty sure on Tuesday the J.R. Smith comes out. It's gonna cost again 1.5 million MT, and I just do.
JR is definitely not worth it, guys. I
just don't
promise you.
think any card in this game is worth locking in 1.5 million MT right now. Then we got Gilbert Arenas.
Badged out Gil is
Gilbert
not
Arenas,
terrible.
His release is awful. He's going C tier. Like I can't. He's probably better than Derek Fisher.
He's
No
way
cap,
better
he's
than Derek Fisher. Yes.
I would take JoJo over him.
Me too.
So Gilbert,
I would too.
you are in C tier.
But I would.
Is that-
Who would I rather play at the two? Gilbert Arenas or Tyreek Evans? Probably Gilbert
And
Arenas.
everything is
So
great. His release.
I would move Gil up,
Tim
but
Duncan.
that's me.
Now this is a tough one because I don't know whether to put him in S tier or A tier.
All I know is Tim Duncan is good.
I don't like. I've got 3 power forward centers now in S tier, and for that reason, I don't think Tim Duncan is as good as Draymond Green or Blake. So I'm gonna. Put
I
him
don't
down
either,
one
but
tier
he is so
into
elite.
A, but Tim Duncan is unreal, lads.
He is so elite.
Tim Duncan's release is so money. I don't know what they've done with
It is literally
in
chicken.
2K21.
Chicken,
It
chicken,
is
chicken.
cash.
He is chicken,
Like
man.
it is absolutely cash. His release was awful last year. One of the worst releases in the game. It is straight cash this year.
Chicken man for Tim
I don't
Duncan.
know how
Yup.
he's so good, but he is. Tim Duncan
is.
is an absolute beast,
I love him.
which is why he is going into A tier.
I love
right
Tim.
here. Tim Duncan, absolutely fantastic card. Okay, so now we are on to Oscar Robertson.
We got some bad cards
So
coming
Oscar
up here.
Robertson.
Oscar might be E.
Oh, why am I questioning anything? E. He sucks.
I'm gonna say he might be E. He's
Like,
not
he's
very
really
good.
bad. He's like really bad. AK.
C for AK. C.
I mean, if you were to ask me who I would take, AK or Worthy, it would be a close one.
Even
I
compare him
actually
to
do
Larry
kinda like
Bird. Compare
His
him.
defense is quality,
AK is C tier.
but I mean,
Nah, he's C tier.
if we're talking about like value wise, AK would be near the top. But like we're talking about the best.
He's
of
still
the
C
best.
tier.
I can't put AK over D tier. I like him. Don't
I'd
get
put
me
him.
wrong.
I'd put
Like,
AK
I
in C
really
tier.
like him.
That's me though. I'd put him
But
in
I
C
can't
tier.
put him above D tier. Then we got Richie Guerin. I mean, badged up, he's pretty nice. He's
A
definitely
badged out
above
Richie
C
is C tier.
tier. There is no question about
A badged out
that
Richie
this is the tier
deserves
he
C
belongs
tier.
in.
Yep.
Because I do think if you're asking me who I would take, badge Richie Guerin or Bob Cousy or Steve Nash, I would take Richie. 10
I would
times out of
too.
10.
Yep, I
So
would
I'm gonna
too.
put him into C tier, but doesn't belong any higher. We got Paige Diakovic. Get into E
Oh,
tier.
get him off. Just get him off my screen
Like-
and move on. Move on. He's
Again, He's had a
terrible.
bunch of Hall of Fame badges.
The
He's got
dude is a
set shot
bona
too,
fide
but
scrub.
He cannot guard.
He can't
anybody.
play.
Like he can't even. If I play against him, he can't even guard my Boris Dio when he's got no quick first step.
I am intrigued to see where he puts Big Z. I'm very intrigued.
Paige cannot guard anybody.
Very intrigued.
He's just
Very
so
intrigued.
disappointed. He's got no range extender either. Like at least the one we got on Halloween last year is Hall of Fame range extender. Paige is bad. Then we got Big Z.
Where are you going with
I
Big
mean, one of the best
Z?
offensive centers in the game. Shoots the ball definitely better than Bargnani and is much bigger.
You just need to relax with C tier for Big Z. He would be E tier for me. He
When
is
we're talking about
terrible.
best centers, he's a pretty good one. But when we're talking about best of the best,
No, he's E tier. He is terrible.
Detlef.
Detlef's B tier.
Detlef's just better Boris Diaw. He's Diaw, but better at everything.
He's B tier. You cannot move him up. You
I mean, give me
cannot
Detlef
move
in A
him
tier.
up.
Give me Detlef.
No
When
chance.
he's
you
fully
can move
badged
him
up, he's a demon.
No.
Like, he's
No,
so good.
I
If you want a stretch
disagree.
4, he's as good as he can get in the game. If not, he might be the best stretch 4 in the game if you have him
I
fully badged up.
disagree with
Really
this.
nice release. And
I
then
don't.
next
I don't
year's
like
release is
Detlef.
better. Handle's not great. Like last year, he actually had a really
I don't
nice
like
hand,
this.
Pro 3 behind
Especially
the
when you got
back.
Elgin
So,
and LeBron and
but
Pierce and B. I don't like it. I
I'm
don't
gonna
like
put
it
him
at
in A
all.
tier.
I don't like it.
I definitely think he belongs here.
Cowens
Dave
is S. S. Undeniably.
Oh, this is a tough one.
No, it's not. He's
The
S
best
tier.
primary center in the game. Do I put Dave Cowens in S tier or A tier?
He's S tier. No question about it.
I'm gonna give him an upper A tier spot.
Wow. He would be S tier for me,
I'm
no
gonna give him upper A
hesitation.
tier.
He is so good on defense.
I would take Draymond over Dave Cowens. I know you might.
Dave
it might sound
Cowens
crazy to
isn't
you
worth
guys,
the
I would
lock
take
in, but
Draymond
he is
over
so
Cowens,
elite.
the way I play the game. I might end up moving Draymond down, but like these two are in a class of their own, though. To be fair, these two are in a class
Those
of
two
their own.
are
Draymond for now.
definitely
Draymond's
elite.
gonna be highest in A tier.
Wow.
He does not belong.
I'm
he
fine
does
with
not
that.
belong in those like complete upper tier.
I would
Again,
take
no one
Cowens
belongs
over
in these two
Draymond,
groups.
to be honest with you. I
There
would.
should have just been a tier for the gods. There
Steph
should have been
and
S
Blake
tier, and
are
I'm
a
gonna
tier.
keep Dre in there. I'll keep Dre in there.
Would you?
There's no comparison to these two guys badged up. I'll keep Dre in there. I'll keep Dre in there. But he's by far the lowest.
I mean,
T-Mac.
A tier, no question, no hesitation. He's A tier.
If we're talking current gen, I'm putting T-Mac as like a really low A tier. If we're talking next gen, he's
He
one of the
said
gods of the game.
low A tier.
I'm gonna put him as.
T
I
Mac
might
is
change
good
my mind
on
this.
current
I
gen.
might change my mind on Tracy McGrady. I'm gonna say that right now. I'm gonna put him A tier for now. And the reason why I might change my mind is that I want to see what we have for the rest of this tier list. But Tracy McGrady on PS5 is S tier, and there is no doubt about
Even
that.
on
His
current
release
gen,
is
he's
fantastic.
fine.
Behind the back is even better. His jumper, or sorry, his jumper's really good. His lack of clamps, it's definitely he's a liability at times on current gen, but
fine.
next gen, like clamps definitely helps, but it's not the be all and end all for a player. But Tracy McGrady, he's A, no doubt about it. Then we've got Amare Stoudemire. And getting the D tier, Amare, you suck. Amare
He put Big Z over Amari.
Stoudemire's terrible. I'm sorry, he's terrible. He's
Like DBG, man. I get it. I don't even like Amari either. But objectively speaking,
like he should be objectively better than Bargnani, but he's just not. I don't know what it is about him.
he's
He should just be
objectively better
Bargnani.
than Big
He's
Z.
terrible. Kawhi Leonard.
Wow, he's gonna leave Amari there.
I mean, he can play defense.
Kawhi's not
Wherever he
good.
score.
I'm fine with Kawhi and C.
He can hit from the corners.
I'm fine with that.
Is he as good as Jimmy Butler, who didn't even make this list? Definitely not. Kawhi. Like, I'd be tempted to do this with Kawhi. I'm gonna put him.
Chill. Just put it.
David
keep it in C.
West. I mean, I like David West.
I don't like
He's
him.
actually got a really great release. He can get basically every badge. He's not that
C tier is
slow.
where
He's
I'd
good
put
in the
him.
post.
I don't
like
love him.
I'm
He's
gonna put him
fine.
C tier. Dino getting the D tier. Dino is so fast.
Dino, I
don't
mean,
know
his
what it is.
stats
Dino
look
is,
good
like,
on the
ridiculously
defensive end.
fast.
Once we get a
As
good
well as
Dino,
that,
he is going to be so
His
elite.
jumper is pretty nice from mid. Can't really shoot the three. Next gen is wingspan is equally as long, but that's the big thing with Dino is that
Like
his
when we
arm
get a
strength is anchors.
good Dino,
Like, he
he's
gets
going to be
every
so
single board.
good.
He blocks every shot. Like he snatch blocks other centers post ups. It's ridiculous some of the stuff he does.
I can't wait till we
Dino,
get a better
I'm
one.
putting Dino in C tier.
Wow.
He can't. No, he can't shoot. He can't shoot.
That's what I'm
He can't
saying.
shoot.
You
I'm gonna
just
put him in D tier.
need to relax.
But
You can't
he's
compare
my
him to
favorite
Bill
non-shooting
Russell.
center in the game. I'm gonna say it is right now. He's my favorite.
No.
He's not the
No.
best. Like Ralph Sampson's just better, and you could probably argue Dikembe
Ralph
is
is
better,
terrible.
but, man, my
Dikembe
favorite one
is good.
Yeah, Kevin Love.
I'm intrigued to see where he puts Dikembe on this list.
I mean, he's a sniper. He's going C tier, but he is a sniper.
I would never use Kevin Love, but I guess
really, really good.
objectively he's
Then we
fine.
got Ray.
B.
I mean, Ray.
I don't like him, but he's
got, like,
objectively
silver, he's a quick first step. And
objectively he is
he's
B
got
tier.
Gold range, silver clamps.
He's B tier.
I kind of like his release. His dribble sigs aren't great, but they're fine.
He's B. That
But like, would I take Ray or Klay Thompson?
Clay.
That's a close one. I think I'd take Ray, but I don't know.
I would
And
take
there's
Klay.
no chance of him being in C tier, but man,
Ray is
I want to
B.
put the same tier as Klay.
Yeah, he's B.
And we got Marcus Camby. I mean, he's not as bad as people say he is.
Marcus.
Bad.
Marcus Camby's bad, DBG. He is bad. He is bad.
He's bad. He's like better Moses Malone,
That's fair enough.
but he's bad.
Give me Amari
he's
over
bad.
Marcus Camby, though. I mean,
Then we have Grant.
Grant.
I don't know. I don't know where to put Grant in S tier or A tier. His dribble
This is
sigs are bad.
tough.
Next gen, he's not quite as good as T-Mac.
Current gen,
I'm
he.
gonna put Grant in.
Look, you put him wherever you want, and I'll go with it. He's gonna put him in A tier. That's fine. That's fine.
We got Russ. I like this card a lot more than I thought I was gonna like him.
He's not
but
bad.
I'm not gonna put him in B. I'm gonna put him in C. But he's a good
That's
card.
fine. C
Russ
is where
is
he
good.
belongs, probably.
His
He's
jumper is
fine.
quite nice next gen. It's
Russ is fine.
Really, really nice. And he's only so quick for steps with a problem, but he's super, super fast. He's like much worse John Wall. Then we have got Drazen Petrovic.
Ew. Just get him off my screen. This dude is no, he is not B tier.
Who would I take, Ray Allen or Drazen? I'm not going to basketball. I see him to shoot the ball.
Drazen is awful. No.
Like, that is a debate. Do I want Ray Allen or
no, it's not a debate. Drazen is terrible.
Do I want Drazen? Do I want Clay? Like, those guys, if you just want a 3-and-D cone, they're all similar level.
Get Drazen off my screen.
We have Steve Francis.
Badged up Steve is good.
I'm putting Steve Francis in B tier. I really like Steve Francis.
I like him too.
So I
Badged
like him
out, he is good.
He's like, for me, he plays like Russell Westbrook with Curry slide and a better jumper.
I like Steve. I'm not gonna sit here and lie with you. I like Steve.
I really like Steve Francis. Andre Drummond.
E.
He's not meant to be on this list. Getting to E tier. John Havlicek. I mean, does he do much different to say a Clay when he's fully badged up?
Give me Clay over Havlicek, honestly. Like,
he's not a guy that
I don't love Havlicek at all.
He's overpriced, but he's like a
I don't like him.
Similar.
I don't like him.
D-Rob getting to A tier. One of the best primary centers in this game. The release for
I agree.
Is nice.
I agree. Him in A tier is good. I like him on next gen better because he has blinders instead of steady.
Really fast, 7'1", blocks a bunch of shots. Great card.
I like D-Rob.
Then we've got Sam Jones. I mean, Sam Jones in that same tier. Maybe better. Like, Sam Jones would be like the standout of the.
Yeah, that's why I'm kind of saying maybe A tier.
Quick for Sam and dunk a little bit.
But I'm fine with B tier because he's 6'4".
Sam Jones.
He's 6'4" though.
Because Sam Jones is the standout of these 3-and-D wings, so I'm gonna put him in A tier.
I'm fine with A tier. That's my first initial reaction.
Basically, another Clay Thompson.
I don't love him. I still don't love the card.
But I think Sam Jones is the best. So I'm gonna put him in a tier above. Oladipo.
B.
I mean, he's a lockdown defender.
He's B.
He's a lockdown defender, and a lot of people would take Oladipo at the 2 over, say, Francis at the 2. If he can play at the 1,
there's nobody at C tier that is comparable to Victor Oladipo. He's definitely up a tier. I would put him at B tier.
Trust me, he's not bad at all. Like,
I would definitely put him at B tier.
He's better than Billups, probably.
He's comparable to Tyreke Evans. Move him up.
Yeah, he'd be on a similar level, I think, to a Westbrook. James Harden, get into D tier. He is like worse Pete Maravich.
Wow.
James Harden.
That's actually a pretty good comparison.
I know he's 800K. He's terrible.
He is a worse Pete Maravich.
His jumper is.
He might be C for me, but he is not good. Like, I don't love James Harden at all.
Back's kind of the only real thing going for him. He's not the greatest dunker in the world. Stats wise, he's not.
Yeah, I don't love the card.
Can't play defense. No clamps. His defensive stats aren't even good.
There's nothing great about
this
James
Harden. He's like much worse
Harden
Pete Maravich, and I have Maravich 1 tier above, so he's going to C tier. Vince Carter. Vince in A.
And I haven't used Vince enough. I've used him in a gameplay, and he was good.
He is.
So I think A is right. But
Vince is quality.
He's definitely not worth the MT.
Silver range, I think. Am I wrong? He only has silver class, but he's fine either way. But
he's fine. Yeah,
it's not worth the money.
No, not worth the MT, but he's good.
LeBron.
A. Current gen, next gen, it doesn't matter. He's A tier.
I mean, if we're talking current gen, he's A, but next gen, he's S.
Or S, that's what I meant. Current gen or next gen, he's S.
T-Mac up as well. Yeah, I think
you got to move Grant up then.
There's only one guy that I would really consider.
Move Grant up then.
Move T-Mac up as well.
How are you gonna move T-Mac up and not Grant? Grant is incredible.
Can we make a full starting 5 with these guys? We can. We have a full starting 5 now. LeBron James can shoot from the corners next gen.
LeBron's so good on next gen. Oh my word.
Super speed. He's got really good defense as well.
His defense is so elite.
Release again, very good on next gen. He is a guy that I really like on current gen.
I like Bron too.
In the conversation for best card in the game next gen. So LeBron James getting to S tier. I have forgot Julius Irving. Julius Irving would probably go
S tier.
Badged out. Higher of A. Julius Irving would be higher end.
For me, badged out, he might be S.
I love you, Coutinho Mobley. You are an absolute god on offense. When I use you in TTO, you're so fun to use.
I love Coutinho, but at the end of the day, how good truly is he?
But he's good.
I mean,
he's really good.
That's the only thing. Otis badged out is B tier.
I mean, Otis is like that little bit off top tier as far as
badged out. He's B tier. He's good.
Like I can't believe Otis is as good as he is, but he's absolutely.
He is good.
I've only used him once or twice for on people's accounts. I never got on my own, but if you did get Otis from playing limited,
he's usable.
You got yourself a good one.
But you have to badge him out.
Otis.
You have to badge him out, which I would never do.
Yeah, Caron Butler.
I don't like him.
He's not meant to be in here. If we're talking next gen, he's D. Because his defense is non-existent. 70-something lateral quickness. And
I do not like Caron.
70-something lateral quickness. No clamps.
I'm intrigued to see where he puts KG Zion in Monte.
Make even clamps any good. but he doesn't feel as bad in defense next gen.
Cron
Really
is not
shooter,
good.
But again, not a great card.
He's not
E
good.
tier. E tier. Then we got Kevin Garnett.
A.
Kevin Garnett, A tier.
No hesitation. I
He's
agree.
like better D-Rob. He's definitely not S. He's like better D-Rob. And his release,
That's a good comparison.
again, another card that they've historically given a bad release to, but his release is really...
I don't
really
mind
good
his release. It
from
is
what I've
slower,
used.
but I like him. I don't
Then
mind
we
him.
got Zion Williamson.
S.
I mean, Zion is...
No doubt
If we're
about it.
talking
He's
current
S.
gen,
He's
Zion's
S.
S tier. If we're talking next gen, Zion's like B tier.
No, he's
If I
not.
put Zion as,
Even
like, a high
even
tier
next gen, he's
player,
still A
he's
tier.
50-50. Like,
He's
I
still
might
so
move
elite.
Zion up.
I would keep
I
him
really
at S
might
tier.
move
I
Zion
love
up.
Zion.
Because he's
Move him
so
up.
good on current gen.
Move him up.
I'm
He
gonna
is
move him
so
up.
elite.
He is,
He is so
god on
elite.
current gen, so he's going S tier. Zion's very good.
Monte
Ellis.
A tier. Where's Stocky?
He is-
Stocky's not on the list either. Stocky would be A
My
tier
second
too.
favorite point guard. Oh, I forgot John Stockton as well. I forgot a whole bunch of cards on this.
Stock would be A
for me.
tier. Him and Monte are
Ellis, maybe
so
it's recency
comparable.
bias. Monte Ellis over Zion. He's ridiculous. My PS5 has come. I literally bought him on current gen just so that he's really good on current gen. He's a god on next gen. I bought him.
I still like
just so that
Stockton
when my PS5
current
comes, I
gen
have him ready for
more
my
than Monte
film.
Ellis. Next gen, give me Monte over
Ellis, he's
Stock
a
just
beast.
because they're releases.
He's basically like a mixture between John Wall and Steph Curry. I would definitely have him over
He's
John Wall.
basically a John
If
Stockton.
you can get him a goal quick for a step, yes.
That's
not
really
Hall of
what it
Fame, he's
is.
Still got 95 speed. Dunks on everybody. His release is absolutely money. Steph Curry's release. And his SIGs are... They're not great, but they're okay. So, Monte Ellis is probably going to be our last player in S tier. Then we got Aldridge, wherever Bargnani is. He's basically the same thing as Bargnani.
I'm fine
And
with
then
that.
Chris Mullen.
B,
Get into
B,
the tier with all the spot
B
up
tier,
shooters.
I was going to say. Chris
That is where
Mullen's
Chris Mullen
solid.
belongs. He's a
solid.
good one. Don't get me wrong, but it's all
Chris
preference.
Mullen, he's solid
Literally.
for a free,
Clay Thompson,
unlimited
Chris Mullen,
reward.
Drazen Petrovic, Ray Allen.
I don't like
and
Drazen, but the
Drazen
rest
with
of
a lot
them,
shooters. And John Havlicek.
the rest of them
Preference.
belong in B tier.
Literally preference, depending on what you need. So, yeah, that is pretty much it.
But overall, looking at S and A tier, the only thing I would maybe do is move Grant and Dave Cowens up possibly. Looking at somebody I maybe move down would be Detlef. B tier, Elgin maybe move up. But B tier is pretty stacked overall. Elgin and a guy like maybe Diamond Brown maybe up a tier. It's very, very difficult because you got
Besides,
so
I've got
many
a few
players
more into
at
S
B
now
tier.
Anyway,
And so it's
so
tough.
this is it. This is all my opinion, and is all my opinion as of the 15th of November. Tomorrow, I could say, you know what, I'm putting Duncan at best.
And that's the thing. My opinions change day by day too.
Tomorrow, I could
They
say,
do.
you know what, I was being a little bit too harsh on certain cards. I could play PS5 and after a while get used to Darren Williamson.
And then there's
Okay,
next gen
actually
and
as good as he
current
was
gen as
last year.
well.
Now, the first few times I've used him, he hasn't been great. So that is the type of thing.
This is true.
Um,
I want him to scroll down so
when
I
it
can see the
comes
rest of the
to-
list. All right, so at E tier, I would maybe move Johnson up a tier, but that would be it. D tier, the guy I might move up is AK. That would be my guy I would want up.
This is the
And
tier.
then C tier, the fact that he has where's Big Z? The fact that he has Big Z at C tier is astonishing to me. Big Z for me would be E tier. But again, huge shout out to DBG. A very, very solid tier list all around. Agreed on basically most of everything besides up or down a couple tiers. Or up or down one tier outside of the Big Z, who would be the lowest of lows for me, guys. But that's going to wrap it up for the video. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Another huge shout out to DBG, guys. Drop a like on the video. Comment your thoughts down below. As always, man, I love y'all and have a blessed day.